Jeff Bezos, CEO of Amazon, has been in a tug-of-war for the title of the richest person on Earth with Tesla CEO Elon Musk for the beginning of 2021. The question is, which entrepreneur deserves it and who is truly more successful? To answer this question effectively, we need to examine all aspects of these two wealthy titans' lives, how they got to this point, and what their potential for the future is. What do we define as more successful? Is it a simple comparison of wealth, or who will be the world's first trillionaire? A title both men are well on their way to. Does the answer lie in their histories, both coming from similarly humble beginnings and growing empires over their time, or is it even a philosophical question, such as examining which of them is happier in life, more complete in their dealings? We'll be examining these ideas as we try to piece together the answer to this puzzle. While we'll be diverting from their business dealings and their astronomical wealth, the focus will be on the factors and aspects of each of their lives that add up to determine true success. Let's jump into it. It's important to analyze these men in the past to gain some understanding of what their trajectory for success looks like, starting with 2020's richest man on Earth, Jeff Bezos. The e-commerce mammoth began his career having been offered jobs at Intel, Bell Labs, and other similar firms. However, his first job would be at Fitel, a small telecommunications startup which provoked his interest in the internet and everything surrounding it. As many people might know, in 1993, Bezos started Amazon, formerly known as Cadabra, purely an online bookstore. In his basement, step by step, the website began to prosper, turning into one of the best websites to ever exist. After initial success, 5 years later, Bezos expanded Amazon's offerings into music and video, and later that year, some consumer goods. In 2000, going through major financial distress, Bezos would borrow $2 billion from various banks and launch Amazon Web Services, adding Weather Channel and website traffic to the list of what the site provided. Rebounding in 2003 with a staggering $400 million in profits, Amazon would be named the largest online shopping retailer in the world in October of 2013, following explosive success throughout the 2000s. In the present, Bezos remains CEO and enjoys stable and continued growth of Amazon's offerings, profits, and overall viability for the future. While similar in wealth, Tesla CEO Elon Musk comes from a starkly different uprising to reach it. Instead of founding the electric car company, he joined in 2004 as the chairman of its board of directors and began his active work by overseeing the intricate design of Tesla's first electric vehicle, the Tesla Roadster. Following the 2008 financial crisis, Martin Eberhard, the former CEO, stepped down and Musk took his place. Tesla would go on to release 4 more cars over the next decade, the Model S, X, 3 and Y, in what Tesla deemed their master plan. These cars, coupled with the high-tech features built in to improve the experience, such as autopilot, a semi-self-driving mode, drove Tesla to meteoric success. The capstone to this came in July 2020 when the company became the most valuable automaker on Earth. Both Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk have built immense wealth and towering companies over their lives. Bezos founded his own successful e-commerce website from his basement in the 90s, while Musk stepped into a minor automaker and drove it to the moon. For both of them to be worth around $180 billion as of January 2021 is astonishing in its own right. The growth they've had over the past decade and further is explosive, but the growth from each company is only one piece of the puzzle. For example, Amazon had millions in debt around its founding and went through several instances of near bankruptcy, whereas Tesla wasn't consistently profitable until the last few years and similarly suffered from years of stagnant growth or quarters in the negative. Amazon propelled Bezos to over $200 billion in a few months, and Tesla did the same to Musk. But stocks are volatile and billions of their wealth can be erased in mere hours. The comparison of success, as mentioned, is meant to be an overarching measure of their lives, but we cannot carry on any further without having an idea concerning Jeff and Elon's way of life. Both billionaires have lifestyles expected for the wealthy, flashy, and with their feet in many ventures, but both also tone down a ton for some moments. For instance, Jeff Bezos owns several houses, a private jet, the Washington Post, and his own space exploration company Blue Origin. On the flip side, he dresses casually, drives a Honda Accord up to as recently as 2013, and donates regularly to charity, universities, and other philanthropic efforts. Bezos lives a life that has two sides, his wealth and his human being. This sentiment is shared by Elon Musk, who has several big companies he works on, such as SpaceX, a space exploration company, Solar City, a solar panel firm, Neuralink, which creates human-machine interfaces, and The Boring Company, which drills alternative transportation tunnels. And while he's an incredibly busy man, rumored to have 70-hour work weeks, he also has tons of displays of humanity and vulnerability on the regular. Musk frequents Twitter, in which he posts about everything from memes to company updates, but he also gets personal, discussing his relationship, his mental health, and the world around him. He's also no stranger to controversies, sometimes making supported claims on Twitter, and most notably going on the Joe Rogan podcast in 2018 and smoking cannabis, dropping Tesla's stock minutes after the episode aired. Both men are perceived as untouchable billionaires one moment and everyday humans in the next, and while their lifestyles are important, let's move to arguably the biggest factor in measuring their success: future potential. No one can accurately predict the future to a T, but we can consider the factors that led both Bezos and Musk to their current standing and what room they have for future growth. Let's first look at Bezos. Amazon is a staple of the world's e-commerce and a runway leader for online marketplaces, but what does the company's future hold? Bezos has expressed interest in expanding Amazon's delivery prowess, as Amazon Prime, the company's premium subscription, is one of the site's biggest selling points. Today, most Prime members enjoy a host of benefits, but the oftentimes free and expedited delivery has opened up a major desire for it to accelerate even more. Delivery drones have long been floated as a potential method to accomplish this, as has Amazon opening its proprietary delivery service. The latter has already begun, with tons of Amazon-only delivery trucks on roads today, but with such a profitable, expansive and reliable company, there's much left to be desired. Amazon also has experimented with physical storefronts, such as in Seattle, Washington, where they piloted Amazon Go. This small chain of convenience stores allows you to simply walk in, grab what you want, and leave without manually checking out. An array of sensors, cameras and artificial intelligence will determine what you took and charge your Amazon account. It's easy to see how advancements like these can lead to a new wave of growth for the company and maybe a glimpse into the future mainstream for them. This isn't to discount Musk's own potential, as Tesla has had unprecedented growth in 2020 and on in many areas. As mentioned, not only has Tesla recently become the most valuable automaker on Earth, but their stock has exploded from under $100 per share at the start of 2020 to over $700 by its end. This is due to a combination of factors, such as COVID-19 and Tesla's growing efficiency with their production, but it may also be a glimpse into what the future of cars in general holds. Electric cars have been in an uphill battle for years now, but Tesla has finally become sustainably profitable, incredibly valuable, and more reliable with every new safety rating that's released. The anxiety surrounding the company is starting to subside, especially due to their charger network. Superchargers, as they're called, are hyper-fast electric car chargers that have been long touted as the most coherent and widespread web of its kind. With over 17,000 superchargers around the world, Tesla enjoys the greatest amount of trust of any electric car maker. As they tend to have a worse range than the average gas car, knowing that a charger will always be close by is essential to considering purchasing. Coming off of Tesla's most successful year ever and Musk's wealth surpassing Bezos' record briefly but maintaining around his numbers, it's clear that the electric automaker is in a phenomenal position for the future. So what's the conclusion? We've reviewed both billionaires in how their history led them to their success, their lifestyles that illustrate how that success affects them, and their immense potential for future growth. It's difficult to definitively say which man is more successful, but what we can do is open it up to you to decide based on what's been discussed in this video, because at the end of the day, success isn't something entirely objective or easily defined, but there are concrete factors in it, such as wealth and potential for growth. Both men are undoubtedly successful, some of the richest people in history and complex individuals. The answer of exactly which is more successful is up to opinion, due to how close in so many ways they are. So what do you think? Who is more successful, Tesla's Musk or Amazon's Bezos? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.